They've been saying we want to bury evidence, we want to hide evidence. That hypocrisy is astounding. They've been saying, let's not forget why we are here. Well, we're here tonight because they threw due process, fundamental fairness, and our Constitution out the window in the House proceedings. That's why we're here, because they started in the secret bunker hearings where the president and his counsel weren't even allowed to participate when they're trying to impeach him. Intel and Judiciary Committees was a one-sided circus. Ranking Member Nunes asked to call witnesses. He explained why in detail. It was denied by Manager Schiff. Ranking Member Collins asked to call witnesses. Denied by Manager Nadler.
Today, we've got a scorcher from the Senate floor. A moment that flips the script on everything you've been told about Trump's impeachment. Pam Bondi, former Attorney General and Trump's legal bulldog, stepped up and dismantled Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler in front of the entire chamber. No fluff, no filler, just raw facts and brutal receipts. Bondi didn't just critique the impeachment process, she dragged it into the spotlight and exposed it for the partisan circus it was. While Democrats preached fairness, they were behind closed doors, holding secret bunker meetings and denying Trump's team the right to even show up. Bondi made it clear, due process wasn't just ignored, it was bulldozed. And what's worse, the same people who ran a one-sided hearing now want the Senate to clean up their constitutional mess. Schiff and Nadler played judge, jury, and executioner, then demanded the Senate fix the trial they rigged from the beginning. Let's dive right in.
Honorable Senators, just to fact correct, please, a few things. Mr. Duffy didn't come from a state job. Mr. Duffy came from Deputy Chief of Staff at DOD before he went to OMB. Big difference there. Manager Garcia said he failed to appear. Well, the House committee would not allow agency counsel to appear with Mr. Duffy or Mr. Blair. They would not let agency counsel appear with either of them. Office of Legal Counsel determined, of course, that the exclusion of agency counsel from House proceedings is unconstitutional. It's a pretty basic right. So what did they do? They took no action on the subpoenas. But now they want you to take action on them. The managers have been telling you all day, the House managers all day, White House is trying to hide from American people what witnesses had to say. They've been saying we want to bury evidence, we want to hide evidence. That hypocrisy is astounding. They've been saying, let's not forget why we are here. Well, we're here tonight because they threw due process, fundamental fairness, and our Constitution out the window in the House proceedings. That's why we're here, because they started in the secret bunker hearings where the president and his counsel weren't even allowed to participate when they're trying to impeach him. Intel and Judiciary Committees was a one-sided circus. Ranking Member Nunes asked to call witnesses. He explained why in detail. It was denied by Manager Schiff. Ranking Member Collins asked to call witnesses. Denied by Manager Nadler. And that's what they call fairness? That's not how our American justice system works, and it's certainly not how our impeachment process is designed by our Constitution. The House took no action on the subpoenas issued to Mr. Duffy and Mr. Blair because they didn't want a court to tell them that they were trampling on their constitutional rights. So now they want this chamber to do it for them.
Even more stunning was the absolute hypocrisy. House Democrats accused the White House of hiding evidence, yet they were the ones running secretive, one-sided hearings behind closed doors. They refused to let witnesses bring agency counsel. They denied Republican requests to call their own witnesses, and they cherry-picked what testimony the public was allowed to see. Then, after shutting out due process, they turned around and shouted, "Cover up." Pam Bondi didn't just respond, she dismantled their narrative. She exposed how the Democrats skipped court battles they knew they'd lose and tried to dump their constitutional mess into the Senate's lap. They took no real legal action on subpoenas, no proper path through the courts, and now they expect senators to wave it all through like it's legitimate. Bondi made it clear, this was never about truth. It was about controlling the narrative, the headlines, and the outcome. Her speech was a wake-up call, not just for the chamber, but for every American watching. If this kind of partisan ambush becomes the new playbook, we can kiss fair trials and constitutional checks goodbye. Bondi reminded the Senate that their job isn't to rubber stamp a political agenda. Their job is to uphold the law, protect the process, and defend the republic, even when it's unpopular with the press. This wasn't just about President Trump. This was about every future president, about every voter whose voice can be overruled by a rushed impeachment built on a foundation of secrecy and spite. If the Senate doesn't stop this here, what's to stop the next Congress from doing it again and again until impeachment becomes just another campaign tool? And let's not forget the media's role in all this, amplifying half-truths, ignoring Bondi's facts, and spinning the narrative to fit their bias. They cheered on the chaos, never pausing to ask, what happens when due process becomes optional? Pam Bondi's speech will be remembered not just as a defense of one man, but as a defense of American justice. In the face of political warfare, she stood for principle, and she pulled back the curtain on a dangerous game that could cost this nation dearly. What do you think? Did Bondi get it right? Was this impeachment a sham from the start? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. This channel is bringing the truth the mainstream won't touch. See you in the next one.